the Capstone project instructions. So let me explain what the Capstone project is. It is just going to be a combination of documents that you're going to create in Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, and it's going to contain information on a topic of your choice, and I'll talk about that in a few minutes, but you want to make sure you read through this thoroughly. So the objectives of this project is to utilize these technologies to collect information and to present that information to an audience. So your instructions below are the items you will need to perform and consider as you are creating your documents. The first step is to decide what your presentation will be about. So you want to go to the options section of this document, then you will need to look at the application section to see what documents need to be created. To make sure you are including all the required items in each document you create, refer to the rubric page for a list. So I just identified the 4 steps you're going to go through. You're going to look at the options section. You have one of 2 choices what your topic can be about. Then you're going to go to the application section so you know what documents you're going to be creating. Then you're going to get organized. This is going to be really important. You need to create a folder called Capstone Project IM111. Make sure you save it in your IM111 folder, and that's where your documents you're going to be submitting to me for your grade will be saved as you're creating them. Then you need to get organized. And what I mean by get organized, you really need to, once you identify your topic, you need to start collecting information. And I would suggest start with opening up a new Word document just to collect all your ideas. What's the purpose of the topic? What information you need to collect? All those things, so you can start building your project. When you are submitting your Capstone project, what you're going to do is you're going to zip that that Capstone project IM111 folder, not the IM111, but your Capstone project 111 folder that should contain just the 4 documents that are required for this project. Then I do have a rubric that shows the breakdown of the individual items that need to be in each document and how you can earn the points. So let's talk about the options. So your option here is to pick one from the 2 below. So the first option is student choice. You pick a project that can include information about anything you want, about a topic of choice. It can be about a hobby that you have or that you're interested in learning about. It can be something about planning an event. So if you're planning a big event in your family, it can also be, let's say, for example, you're looking at maybe purchasing your first home or that dream home. It can also be maybe pursuing advanced degrees as well. So you want to collect information about these items. You must get approval by me first, though. So please make sure, if you're going to choose student choice as your option, that you send me an email and indicate in detail what your topic is and what you're wanting to do with it. So that's going to be very important before you get started. So make sure in your subject line you type in IM111 and then Capstone project topic. All right, be very specific on your description. Again, what is the topic, what's the purpose of it, and some of the ideas that you are going to use for your Word, Excel, and PowerPoint documents. Or you can pick option 2, which is to plan a trip. So here's the information on planning the trip. And again, it's your choice. And maybe you are going to be planning a family vacation. You can use option 2 as well. Then we come down to the application. So this is going to be minimum requirements. But what you're going to do is you're going to create a Word document that is going to be a report. And this is a description. Then you're going to create another Word document that's going to be a flyer. And again, you have the description. The third document will be an Excel spreadsheet that will show the breakdown of the costs and expenses. And then the fourth document will be a PowerPoint presentation. Now, as we move to the next page, this is going to be your rubric, and a rubric is just going to show the breakdown of what needs to be included to earn below expectations, meets expectations, or exceeds expectations. You can see the points that are going to be allotted in each of those 3 categories of this rubric. So, looking at the Word report, for your Word report, you want a title cover page. So if the title page is missing or missing items, you get 0 to 1. This is the minimum requirement, and honestly, guys, the minimum is a C, all right, a B or C. It's not an A. The minimum requirement would be to have a title page containing the student name, submission date, topic, title. If you want to exceed that, then you would include any additional visually appealing information on that title page. Then the body of the report. Then I go over again the below expectation, the minimum, and then exceeding. Same thing for formatting the text. I've got several of those. The footer, MLA style reports, works cited, and then the content. Then we move to the second document, which is the flyer. So then I have it laid out into what the flyer should look like, the orientation, the footer, graphics, different font styles, font sizes, borders, grammar, spelling, and creativity. And again, you're going to want to focus on this middle column first to make sure you meet the minimum, and then look at what exceeds the expectations to get the higher score. Then the third document is your PowerPoint presentation, and you can go through all of that. And then the fourth one is your Excel spreadsheet. Now, how you choose to do this as far as what order is up to you, but I would suggest at minimum start with the Word report because that builds the foundation to your Capstone project for the rest of the 3 documents. So that is the Capstone project. All right, so if you have any questions about the Capstone project, give me a call, shoot me an email, and we'll get you through it. Have a good week.